Well, many Hoosier businesses acknowledge that the opioid crisis and other substance use disorders are impacting their employees, and those companies are also struggling with how to help workers afflicted by addiction. The Indiana Chamber is launching a unique plan to remedy that, and Business of Health reporter Kylie Valletta is here with that story. Kylie.
Thank you, Gary. The Chamber is unrolling a program across the state designed to help employees or even people applying for a job who don't pass a drug or alcohol test. The award-winning program is all about second chances. They can keep their job or still get hired while the company supports them through treatment. Indiana Workforce Recovery is leading the charge. Director Mike Thibideau joins me now to tell us about the details, along with Steve McCaffrey, President and Chief Executive Officer of Mental Health America of Indiana. Thank you both for being here today.
Yeah, glad to be here.
So it's part of the Indiana Workforce Recovery. This program is under that umbrella, which is part of the Chamber, but this is open to all Indiana companies, not just Chamber companies. So explain how the program works. It's basically started when the person fails a drug or alcohol screen or even self-reports. So then what happens?
Sure. So through a partnership with Centerstone Behavioral Health, we're working to deliver a model whereby Hoosier employers are able to retain talent that fails a drug screen or onboard talent from an applicant side of the perspective that can't quite get in the door because of a substance misuse issue. So companies all across the state have people that are qualified for work, that they're excited to onboard, but who they can't bring in the door because of what happens during the drug screening process. This gives them an ability to take an active role in the treatment process and really help people continue to move along that spectrum and retain and gain gainful employment, which is big difference for their recovery.
Right, exactly, a key part of the recovery. Steve, some people say businesses should be more involved in overcoming the opioid crisis, all substance abuse issues in Indiana. Why is it so important for businesses to join the game, to be part of this?
You know, we really do think that businesses should be involved, and Mike's done a great job in coordinating that effort. You know, we know that as a society, we have been slow to respond to behavioral health issues, specifically the opioid epidemic. And we've probably been slower in the employment sector than many of the others. And at the same time, we know that there's a real economic cost to businesses. When they have employees that have issues with behavioral health issues or the opioid epidemic, we know that productivity goes down, absenteeism goes up, costs go up. We know that they are having difficulty hiring employees that can pass a drug screen. So ironically, businesses are perfectly suited because the issues here are actually measurable in economic cost.
And we talked about how this is an award-winning program, and that's because it's been going on for a couple years at Belden, a manufacturer in Richmond. Explain, Mike, how did Belden really lay the framework, the groundwork for this program that's now statewide?
Sure. So they were looking at their workforce and they were considering, you know, we're having some issues with drug testing and the results that are coming from that. We want to be able to retain these people. What do we do? So they brought some partners to the table, and in working with Centerstone and coordinating with some community organizations, they developed a process by which people get individualized treatment plans. They have a system of care team that exists not only from the medical side of it, but also within the workplace, where a group of individuals who care about these individuals meet on a regular basis and just kind of discuss where they're at. They help with social supports like transportation, housing, different things that are kind of tangential, but often can get in the way of somebody getting help. And they've also found a way temporarily to move people off of safety-sensitive work into a non-safety sensitive capacity so those individuals can retain employment with the organization while participating in treatment and beginning their journey of recovery, which can make all the difference in the world in their outcomes.
Right, 34 success stories at Belden, so now expanding that program statewide. Only a few seconds left, Steve, but the legalities, there's legal issues involved, but those have all been ironed out, right?
They have, and we were able to pass legislation in the Indiana General Assembly in 2018 to bring all of these parties together. The Division of Mental Health and Addiction, working with Mike and the Wellness Council, came up with some good business practices for employers that want to help their employees receive treatment and keep their job. And we'll be pushing that around the state. Businesses that want to participate in this program can do so, and they'll receive immunity protection under the statute.
Good news for employers and workers. Thank you both for being here and telling us about the program.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Gary, back to you.